beautiful soul. Welcome to the Quantum Business Queen podcast. This podcast is a vortex for activating wealth, riches, and boss bitches. It is here that I teach multi-dimensional business. Our content will fall under 3 different categories: 5D quantum creation, 4D frequency alchemy, and the most potent 3D strategy. Every aspect of business that contributes to the creation of success is covered here. Plus, I will be personally interviewing the most amazing boss bitches that are at the forefront of the game, paving the way for money, magic, and magnetism in business. Let's get ready to activate all of that within you. Hello, amazing human. Welcome to this week's episode of the Quantum Business Queen podcast. This is part 3 of the Quantum Flow Challenge. So this will conclude day 1, actually. This puts all the pieces together, and I cannot wait for you to receive all that is going to be delivered in today's episode. So I won't make you wait any longer. Without further ado, here is part 3 of the Quantum Flow Challenge. Have we broken some spells so far? I hope we have. Okay, I'm going to break one more spell. Before that, I'm going to take you through the Quantum Coach certification. If you're feeling called to do this with me, you guys, I promise this will change your life. And then you change other people's lives through it. So, Richard Branson, he's 74 and the fittest human on the planet. He defies all of the laws, by the way. One more thing about him, because I just love the man. He has curated something he's called the Guardians. He has, just makes my heart so happy. This is the epitome of a light being, by the way. Epitome of a light being. He's created something called the Guardians, where he has one person in charge of a planetary, one person in charge of the atmosphere, one person in charge of the ocean, one person in charge of the rainforest. He has curated these 9 souls all over the planet and gotten the best of the best of the best of the best team of scientists backing these people and monitoring this earth so it can be better. Like, he's just like, how do we be better? Like, anyway, so just, there's so many layers of him that I can't, like, there's this 20-year-old, this is Johnny. He works with Richard. Johnny cannot physically keep up with Richard. He defies all the laws because he creates his own world within a world. Physical laws, spiritual laws, laws of creation. This is the epitome of a human that defies all of it. The 74-year-old man is physically, you can't keep up with him. He was like, you can come on this crazy hike with me, but it's your body. You could not come out well. Anywho, just be inspired. Receive the Richard codes. Okay. So I think I have reinstilled. So you choose your vision based on your desire, not on the physical evidence of your reality. You have to deliberately choose success. I always say choose success and it will choose you back. Okay. All right. Before I talk about the Quantum Coach certification, I want to give you another story. Hopefully that's okay. Here's an example of me going beyond the evidence of my physical reality based on my divine knowing. Okay. And again, I want to give your ego the evidence. You can be like, fuck. Okay. Wow. Everything I'm speaking is because of Lyft. All of it. Okay. COVID hit beginning of 2020, November 2019. My husband at the time and I buy a new house, just random. And we have another house somewhere else that we moved from. So we now have 2 houses. My husband at the time is a musician. I'm an in-person kinesiologist working with energy. And I have online clients as well, but majority are in person. So husband at the time loses his work. He's a muso because of COVID. And then I lose all my in-person clients. We just buy a house. So a little stress there, right? A lot at stake. The 2 houses were linked by something called a bridging loan. And what happens is, because it's linked by that bridging loan, if we defaulted on one, we lose both. Okay. Ooh. How's that for evidence? A coach comes into my sphere. Ooh, boom, lands. And it was like her. Didn't know what it was about her, but it was just like, has to be her. $33,000 investment. Do you think the evidence was there that it was a good time for this? No, it was not. It was a definite couple of months and lots of marriage counseling sessions later. You cannot blame my husband at the time. Eventually we get to a yes.
And I didn't even have to look at my husband at the time was like, I need to look at her brochure. I need to see her and I didn't need any of that. It was the divine knowing. It was just like, I know. I said yes. And then I launched my business organically, made multiple six figures within 6 months. And this is what part of why I'm here with you. So that was the first time I really defied the evidence of my physical reality that literally landed me in a new time. The evidence was COVID, recession, no one's buying, house, mortgage, money, all screaming at me, right? So like I say, I come to you having lived this, knowing this is the way. This is the way. The only way to defy your physical reality is to decide beyond it. Decide beyond it. It's scary as shit. Did I wake up riddled in anxiety? You bet your ass I did. But I didn't misinterpret that for something that's not aligned. Not aligned. I didn't make it conveniently be like, oh, let's get back to being comfortable because it must mean I'm not aligned to do this. No, it was the vision that I knew was there. I knew I wanted to be a business coach as well. So she was a business coach as well as a quantum coach, all the things. I knew I wanted to learn about business, and I knew I wanted to take this information I had around this the quantum coach certification, and get it out there. And that's exactly what happened because the vision was there. It was led by the vision, not the needing the goal, not needing to be in six figures or needing any of that. It just miraculously came because the vision was there. Does this make sense? The vision was there. I knew the decisions that were required. I felt it. I made it. Felt scary. Like, I can't even tell you. The resonance of that anxiety I had back then still permeates me sometimes. But then I'm like, I go back to that past version of Sarah and I'm like, you fucking did it. Well done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Aligned bravery is the most powerful thing because it allows you to transcend everything. Okay. Whew. So if success is guaranteed, how would you proceed in your vision? Not the results or the goal, but the vision, because that's your soul saying, this is already done. It's more than available. It's already done. So this is where the delusion is the best place to be, because our delusion, here's the thing. Okay. I want you guys to also take this bit of information. Dolores Cannon was an amazing person. I always refer to her work. She was a hypnotherapist that would take people so far under that they would access universal consciousness. Our minds, when we think of our vision or whatever, it's not making that up. That's something we've been told, which is a lie. It's our mind accessing. Our minds are quantum navigation tools, you guys. It is our mind accessing timelines that are already done. So when people say, oh, visualize, 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 do you know why that's so freaking powerful? Because you're opening up that portal to that timeline and transmitting that energy into your body and becoming a resonance, and boom, guess where you land? In that timeline. So, but what happens is we think, oh, I'm just making that up. Who am I to? No, you're actually tuning into a reality that's already done. But then you have to make a decision. You have to open the portal and choose and go beyond. And that's where it gets fucking scary, but we do it anyway. It gets to happen anyway. Okay. Oh gosh, guys, I have so many case studies. This is a girl not into energy, not into quantum, not into manifestation. She was just like, oh my God, quantum coach, what is that? Like, what even is that? Let me have a session with you. Again, this is when I was doing one-on-ones. I don't really do one-on-ones anymore unless you work with me. She was an accountant for spiritual entrepreneurs. I just tapped into her energy. We had these crazy awarenesses, had these epiphanies, all these crazy things. One session with her. She went from how am I going to make this work? She's a single mom, meaning how am I going to make this business work, to hiring 3 staff members. And she's like, I don't know how I'm going to make all this work. 20K months. We had one session. This is quantum timelines. This is shifting. And it doesn't always happen like this. Okay. Sometimes it takes a little bit more undoing. Sometimes it's a little more of a process, and that's okay too. But this girl, the reason I love her story, she was a deer in headlights. Like, what are you? I'm interested, but this is a bit too much, Sarah. So just proof. Gosh, Petra, she's amazing. She went from living in a van to like going crazy with crypto, and just her whole life changed. And this work went super, 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 super deep for her. I loved it. Okay. I'm going to talk about the quantum coach certification because this is one of the most powerful journeys. This is my life's work. This is the coaching. What I talk about right now is the coaching that I teach you to do. Okay. The quantum coach certification is 12 weeks ultimately. There's a whole portal full of content gold. This stuff I'm talking about now, but I go deep on every topic. I go deep into the programs. I teach you how to energetically tap into other people's energy systems and work out, pinpoint where the emotions are sitting and how to clear them. Teach you about the energy bodies, like stuff I'm not even going to tap into at all, or like there's way too much to even scratch the surface on in these 3 days. I'm going to give you guys as much free potent content as I possibly can. But trust me when I say the Quantum Coach certification goes insanely deep. It's 3 months worth of portal content. And then of course I deliver weekly live content as well. We all catch up live. And it's the most expanded. Every time someone goes through this, they're like, Sarah, this is my very favorite thing I've ever done because it's fucking so life-changing. So here is what I put together for you guys. Over the next 3 days, you can sit in the energy of the Quantum Coach certification. You can feel into if it is for you. And if it is, not only am I going to give you, you will become a certified quantum coach. I give you a protocol, a step-by-step protocol. Like if this happens, do that. If that happens, do this. And you will be led through the sessions. But what tends to happen with my quantum coaches is what happened with me is I started seeing energy. So I didn't need the protocol. I just started tapping into. Oftentimes that happens. I didn't even know I was able to do that. Oftentimes that happens and I guide you through that process as well. However, you will become so coded in quantum information, multi-dimensional coaching, understanding the quantum, understanding the laws of the universe, understanding the energetics, your meridians, what each meridian means, where the emotions get locked in your meridian body, how to clear them, the chakra system, how triggers get locked in your aura and how to clear that. Stuff I'm not even going to scratch on here. And then the energy and psychology, how to break the patterns psychologically, the neuroscience of all this, how to rewire your neurons. Again, stuff I don't have time on to touch on here. So it's multi-dimensional coaching. There's nothing like this anywhere in the world because this is my life's work. And with that, I'm going to offer business support. So if you decide to opt in over the next 3 days, this is what I call my 73-hour fast action bonus, you get access to my Quantum Business Academy mini portal and a live strategy session with me and access to the live Business Academy session. So I will help you build out your business, okay? Organically. How I built my business organically, multi six figures, will give you the plan and the strategy and the templating over the next 3 days. This is the bonus that comes with the certification. This comes with just a certification in general. So maybe after 4 days, you're like, okay, I want in. I give you my workshop bonus. This is a 3-hour workshop that I give you. It's called the Energy Mastery Workshop, and it comes with a full pack that you can print and give to everyone. This is how I built my business out organically. I ran these workshops online. I ran these with other businesses, and I organically booked out my quantum coaching business. I was charging $450 an hour back then. So this workshop, and then I would charge $110 per person to attend this workshop. So this workshop in and of itself will not only help you organically build out your business, but you in several workshops will pay back the investment for the whole certification. So I make this whole process foolproof. I give you everything, literally. Within this workshop, you get charts you can print out to give to people. It's just such a freaking cool. This workshop was like my 6-figure ticket that I give to you. That's one of the bonuses. Another bonus. Oh, guys, I need to put some of the testimonials from my wealth and money energetics bundle. Play with the energy of money, play with the energy of wealth. And when you understand the dynamics of money as a frequency and a consciousness, because it is, this is again where you expand into limitless receivership. So when you pair the strategy of, let's run the workshops with the energetics of the money and the wealth, this is where it gets really fun and juicy. I don't know if you can feel into the energy of this right now, but it's next level. I have some sort of stories that come with these people who have done more so my money energetics. So I have wealth and money energetics. It's almost too unbelievable that I don't want to tell it because I feel like it almost takes away from the credibility. You're like, yeah, right, Sarah. As if I'll just say lots of money has been manifested just through these teachings. And it's a free bonus. Okay, trans channel bundle. This is magic. For those of you who love Jerry and Esther Hicks or Bashar, I have a friend who is a trans channel for the Octurians. She has come and given some of the most potent transmissions that I've created into a bundle, which I feel this information needs to get out. Activations, trans channeling sessions. The activations were so potent. I was dry heaving for a day, half a day, shifting the energy, and I'm going to include that as a bundle. It was $1,500 per session. So I'm undervaluing what this bundle is going to cost. So I think there's about 5 sessions in there. So yeah, so I had to pay her $1,500 per session. So like I said, I'm undervaluing what this was actually worth. But you can't put a value on what these trans-channeling sessions were. It's just so this is like really quantum. These activations will expand you to a whole different level. Again, things that people just don't get access to. So altogether, the certification is generally $5,000. You have about $6,200 worth of bonuses if you include the business. It's around 11,000. It's honestly a bit more, but for this launch, I'm offering it for 3,333. This makes it an absolute no-brainer, you guys, because you will make this back in 3 workshops. You get 10 people to a workshop. You will book out your energetic practice. You will become a coach, a quantum coach that massively separates you from any other coach out there. Because you're going to be able to understand, number one, the dynamics of frequency, the quantum. Take what I'm teaching word for word. I don't care. Use it. Spam it on your social media. Whatever you need to do to get this out there. This is why I'm making this so accessible. So accessible. I will show you. I will copy paste what I do and give it to you. I'm not one of those people that's like, that's mine. I don't do that. Take it. Teach it. Run with it, change lives with it because it is so potent. So potent. Some people, there are 2 types of people that do this certification. One, people just want to know this information for themselves. When you go deep, you know how to tap into your own energy. You know where things are sitting in your energy body. You clear it out. The reason I created this certification, by the way, is I was tired of doing one-on-one sessions. The transformations were insane. I'm talking addictions, physical things. I could tell you years of stories where the transformations blew my mind. The transformations were one thing, but then I was just booked out and I was exhausted. So I was like, well, I need to teach people how to fish. People need to understand this information. They need to understand your energetic shift away. You're not 12 months of counseling away. Yes, there's definitely a place for that, but I cannot even describe to you the potency of this work. So I teach it. I'm so passionate about it. And I also want to make it accessible for people. And I'm there like holding your hand as I take you through all of it, and you come out a different person on the other side of it. And then I also hold space for you guys to practice and work on each other so you feel super freaking confident going out into the world of being a quantum coach. There are no other coaches like this, you guys. This is you will become a multi-dimensional quantum coach, understanding the laws of creation. You will understand. I will teach you how to tap into other people's energy remotely and identify specific emotions, where it's sitting in their energy field. And what you're going to be able to provide in terms of awarenesses is going to be mind-blowing for people. So just to recap, you have the workshop that I teach you, the 3-hour workshop. That's $1,500. I mean, you will make $1,000 back in a workshop easily, let alone get your one-on-one clients booked. Wealth Energetics plus the trans-channeling bundle plus the business bundle. So I will teach you how to build out your business, you guys. I am a business coach. I teach people how to build businesses. So I love strategy. I love automation. I love funnels. I love all of it. Like I just devour it all. I love it so much. When you combine that with this, you get what I've created, which is freedom, business, wealth, money. So this is what we're working with. So you have a savings here of $375 if you pay in full. Plus I give you a bonus session with me. So you get 2 sessions with me. Or if you're a payment person, that's cool as well. We could do payments. So just QR code. If you have any questions, you can email me, and I promise you, you will never be the same. You will never be the same. Guys, this is like tens of thousands of dollars, my life's work. You will never need another certification. Everything is in this. I've learned from Yvette Rose, who wrote the author of Metaphysical Anatomy. I went through her course twice. I've spent 10 years. I don't even want to know what I spent studying kinesiology. I spent so much, 5 years worth of study, highest you could go. And then I went and paid to become a teacher so then I could learn it even more. The only reason I taught it was so I could learn it better as a kinesiologist, and then worked with Jeffrey Allen, who again was helping me because I could see energy. So he helped me really tune into that. So everything. And then when you go beyond the quantum, understanding energetics, all of it, trust me when I say your life will never be the same. You can feel it in my energy. This isn't me trying to convince you. If you feel it, then let's do it. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Okay. Now, here's what I want to say. I took Marga. I freaking adore Marga. She said yes to the certification, and eventually she became one of my head coaches. So she embodied everything I taught her. Everything I taught her. Oh, I love this story so much. So I want to tell Marga's story and teach you one last thing. And this is why we don't embody or live our manifestations, right? So Marga had so much evidence stacked against her. Okay. She was living in, oh my gosh, this is Puerto Rico, I think it was. Anyway, during COVID, and had this vision that she wanted this car, right? She wanted a car, but it was during COVID. Okay. We all know what was going on with used cars, right? Do you guys remember how much used cars were during COVID? They were as much as new cars. It was mind blowing. Nobody could get cars anywhere, especially in Puerto Rico. So used cars not available. And if they were available, they're talking like 30 grand, 40 grand, which you'd pay for a new car. So anyway, Marga wanted this car. She there was just deep yearning in her soul to have this car. She felt it. She saw herself driving it, and she came to me. We had a one-on-one session, and she went into the yeah, but evidence. It's COVID, Sarah. I literally searched everywhere. There are no lots selling this car, let alone a new car, and I can't afford it. That was the evidence. Can't afford. It's nowhere to be found, and can't afford it. COVID, all the things, all the evidence, right? But she forgot one thing. She's a freaking multi-dimensional energetic creator that creates her world within a world. One of the biggest mistakes we make, again, it's subconscious programming. It's okay. One of the biggest mistakes we make is that we change our order based on the evidence, right? We look at the evidence and be like, oh, well, this isn't possible. I'm going to change my order now. Whoops. So I liken manifestation to going to a restaurant, okay? You're at this restaurant. You're all excited for the potential. You've heard all these amazing things. You get there and you sit down and you look at the menu and you're like, oh my God, wouldn't it be oh, by the way, this is the workbook for the Quantum Coach certification. Anyway, you look at the menu and you're like, wouldn't it be, oh my gosh, steak and lobster. I've always dreamt of having steak and lobster. Is that a possibility? Okay. Waiter, aka universe. I'll have the steak and lobster. Thank you. Thank you. So you put your order in and you start waiting, looking, noticing the steak and lobster hasn't arrived yet. Start to plug into the evidence of it not being there, and you start to tell yourself some stories and get a little worried. You start questioning, is it ever going to come? And then you start looking around at other people and you're like, okay, I don't see anyone else having the steak and lobster. That person has spaghetti bolognese. That person has chicken. Okay. Ooh, interesting. There's no evidence of it being anywhere. So you call the waiter back over and you're like, okay, I'm not sure what it is. Maybe I'm not worthy. Maybe I'm not worthy of the steak and lobster. I notice everyone else in my world is having spaghetti and chicken. I'll go the chicken. I'll change my order to chicken. I'll go for that. I see that people have it. So surely I'm worthy. Surely that's going to happen for me. And you wait and wait. Order's being prepared. It's all being taken care of, but you're plugged into all the evidence. Still not here. Shit. Maybe I need to go one down. Maybe I need to go one below. Okay. You call the waiter back over. You're like, okay, I'll just have some bread and a sandwich, maybe. Okay. You feel just, that's got to happen because that's the bare minimum basic. That's just basic survival. You know that'll come up. And sure enough, there it is. Don't change your order. It's being prepared. So here's what you do instead. I promise you guys. Put your order in. You wanted the steak and lobster? You ordered it. It's being prepared. Here's what you do. You get lost in the present moment. You sip that wine and you feel every morsel going down your throat into your but you feel the warmth in your stomach. You laugh hysterically with the person that's sitting across from you. You get lost in the present moment of living now, knowing it's all on its way. You don't have to change anything. You just have to love where you are at. And when you love where you are at, we'll talk about this tomorrow. Not only do you release so much energetic resistance, You forget it's even coming, and then boom, guess what? It lands. Too many of us are stuck in the evidence distortion, waiting, looking, it's not coming, must change my order. How many of you are guilty? I'm guilty too. It's okay. I've done that before. Maybe I'm not worthy. Maybe I'm not, whatever story we tell ourselves. But this is basic reprogramming that I will teach you how to do through the Quantum Coach certification. I'm not going to stop harping on about it. So sorry, not sorry. So Marga, we had a conversation. I was like, do not change your order. So this is her writing. What she did to manifest her dream car when literally everything was saying not going to happen. There was not one car. She searched every possible avenue. So I said, girl, don't change your order. Stop looking for, this is what she said. I didn't change my order. I stopped looking for the evidence and created all the possibility. Instead, she was in the moment. She was in the vision of it. She just said she saw herself laughing and just the air, whatever, the wind in her hair, whatever it was. And she expanded her capacity to receive. That's a whole different topic of conversation. And lo and behold, the money showed up. The car showed up. This is her at the dealership here. 10 days later. 10 days later, you guys. Okay? Are you feeling the expansion in this? This is what's possible. To be able to coach people into this is freaking mind-blowing. And when you embody it, your life is magic. I'm on Islands with Victor Branson. A week and a half earlier, I was in LA in mega mansions on calls to Snoop Dogg. That's a whole other conversation that was wild too. But I'm telling you this because I live the craziness too. And I want it for you all. And you guys are all the same as me. And you get to experience it too. You just got to do some unplugging, reprogramming, understanding the energy, how it speaks to the world. And then guess what? You land in crazy, delicious, amazing timelines that you never thought were possible because you transcended the evidence. Look, all of it. She could afford all of it. All of it landed 10 days later. Signed it and it's the deal. Today I picked up my brand new vehicle. Love this. Love this. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. Share your takeaways on Instagram. And I love you guys.
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Quantum Flow Challenge. That concludes part 3. And I hope you enjoyed listening as much as I did delivering. And hopefully you felt my passion. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear how things landed for you. And I'd just love to hear from you in general. So until next time, I look forward to hanging out with you on the next episode of the Quantum Business Queen podcast. Thank you so much for listening today, beautiful soul. I hope you got so much gold and were activated in such a way that you could step into your highest timeline of abundance and freedom, because it is more than possible for you. If that desire has been planted in your soul, it is so deliberate. If you wouldn't mind, please rate, review, subscribe to this podcast so that we can get this message into the hearts and ears of more amazing light beings across the world. I would love to continue this conversation with you, so feel free to get in touch on Instagram at sarah.tynan.quantumcoach. If you're a Facebook person, you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Sarah Tynan International. And please don't ever forget, if your desire is there, it's because your destiny is there too. You just have to remember who you are. Bye for now, beautiful.